gorgeous! Sabrina here. Today we're doing a little bit of a review and a look with the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. Now before we get started, I just want to give a little bit of a disclaimer since I've had some backlash in past videos. The views that I'm expressing today are my opinion. An opinion is a statement made on personal feelings and beliefs. Yes, I have them. And when I talked out against the Balm's Nude Tude palette in a past video, I got so much backlash from so many people about how my opinion was wrong and how dare you say that about this palette, because the palette had been so hyped up by other YouTubers and talked about how great it was, and I was basically one of the few people that had anything bad to say about it, but I got a lot of backlash for it. So I just want to say that the opinion I'm sharing with you today is just that it's my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion, just like you're entitled to your opinion, and I fully respect everyone who has an opinion. And so I just want to say I hope that you will respect my opinion as well. So anyway, just got this palette. I picked it up from the IT Cosmetics website directly. What I liked about getting it there instead of going to like Ulta to get it is that they offer a free shipping offer on $25 or more, and then I combined it with a coupon code, so ultimately I think it came out to be about 30 bucks, maybe $27 when everything was all said and done. And that's what it looks like. This is an all matte palette. One of the first all matte palettes that I have seen come out, and you know many of us have been looking for an all matte palette for forever and a day now. So what is so unique about this palette is not only are you getting 14 matte eyeshadows, which is unheard of in any palettes that have come out here recently, but they also give you something at the end here called Transforming Pearl. And you can take any of the matte eyeshadows up here and mix it in with this Transforming Pearl shade down here, and it'll make them into a shimmery finished eyeshadow. So you have the ability to change up the colors depending on your preference. Overall, the packaging is really great, very easy to open. It has a magnetic lip right there, very similar to the Laura Mercier palettes in my opinion, and very high quality. The shade range that you're given is very impressive, and I mean, you can put together a lot of really great natural, neutral, everyday looks with this palette, and really great one for travel too. Okay, so here is where it gets honest and it gets real. I'm not so impressed by the pigmentation. I'm just not. And it was that way with a lot of shades. When I was swatching this palette, I had to layer the eyeshadows several times on the back of my hand to get them to show up. And it was the same way when I tried out looks with this palette. It left me wanting more pigmentation in the eyeshadows, and I felt like they were very, what's the word? Powdery. And that's the best way that I can describe some of the shades in this palette. They're not all like that. Most of the shades in this palette are very pigmented and they go onto the lid easily, and they're great. But there are a few in this palette that I just feel like are lacking in pigmentation. They're just not as great as I feel like they could be. And I did try this palette with a variety of different primers too. I tried it with the NARS, the Urban Decay, the Too Faced, Milani, a bunch of different primers to see if that made any difference, and it really didn't. It came down to the formulation of the eyeshadows themselves. Again, you're welcome to disagree with me. That's completely fine. This is just how I feel about what I've experienced with it so far. So I'll talk you through the look that I'm wearing with this palette. The very first thing, of course, that you always want to do when you're applying your eyeshadow is apply a primer. So today I'm using the NARS eyeshadow primer. And the eyeshadow that I'm going to start out with is Sunset from this palette. It's probably my most favorite color in this palette, and not like anything that I have or have seen. And it almost reminds me of Georgia Clay. If you've ever been to Georgia and experienced the dirt there, this is the color of the dirt in Georgia. Then I'm taking Sunrise and I'm applying this into the crease and mixing Sunrise with Sunset. I know, what a great coupling. These two colors work beautifully with one another. And I love Sunrise for its pigmentation. This is one of the shades that is actually very pigmented in this palette. And then I'm going to blend out the harsher edges of that crease shade with a blending shade that matches my skin tone. I'm using Max Blanc type here. And the last eyeshadow I'm going to use from this palette is the one called Love. And I am going to be applying this wet onto the lid. The way that I'm doing this is I'm spraying it with MAC's Fix Plus spray and then applying it right onto the center of the lid. Once it has dried, I'm going to go back with more of the dry eyeshadow and layer it over that wet eyeshadow. And this makes it a lot stronger and a little bit more vibrant. It also helps to reduce some of the powdery effect that you get because this is one of those powdery eyeshadows in this palette. Then I'm going to finish off the eyes with a gel eyeliner from Smashbox. I absolutely love this liner, and a bent eyeliner brush from MakeupGeek, which is actually very high quality. I'm absolutely in love with this brush. And of course, who could forget falsies? I'm applying Koi Cutie from inkyminky.com. And those are the completed eyes. And you can see that what started out as a really bold, intimidating color actually turned into a very wearable daytime look. And then to keep with the orange theme that we've created on the eyes, I'm applying MAC's Peaches Blush. And I'm also going to finish off the lips with another peach-toned lipstick, and this is MAC's Shy Girl. So did I like the look that I created with this palette today? Yeah, absolutely. Do I recommend this palette to you? Absolutely not. No, I feel like there are much better palettes out there that you could spend 30 bucks on. Honestly, I do. I just don't feel like it's worth it. And I can't get past a lot of the powdery shades in here. If you're looking for an all matte palette that is really high quality and that is really good, I highly recommend the Physicians Formula Quads. These are all matte palettes. There are 3 of them in 3 different shade ranges. I think you can get them at Ulta for about $7 a piece. I think very comparable to the MAC matte eyeshadows. Smooth, very pigmented, blend easily. Absolutely love these. I'm actually getting more of these myself. But yeah, this one, not one bit. But if you have tried this palette and you like it, or you have a different opinion than me, please feel free to share it below, because I would love to hear if you've tried this palette, what you think about it and your experience with it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Are you looking for new ways to wear your eyeshadows? Discover the only website online with pictures of combinations using the eyeshadows featured in today's look and so many more. Head on over to myeyeshadowconsultant.com and get inspired today.